Our next act will be mostly talking about age and mortality. He's a bright young talent from Oxfordshire, celebrating his 64th birthday tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Please go absolutely mad for Kieran Hearty.
I've now got to put the helmet on. Where's the knob?
You've got to put your end on first.
That's okay.
These youngsters, eh?
Have you seen the knob? I get the purple one. So what did I say I was doing? Put your knob on. Well, that's going to happen anyway. Did I actually say age and mortality?
You did, yeah.
Shit. Okay. Right. Hang on. Right. So I think what we'll do a bit of age. Bit of Oscar Wilde. Remind me if I don't. A bit of Oscar Wilde. I'll do a tropical metaphor. Tropical metaphor. Remind me. I'll do a bit of gardening. Bit of Harry Potter, and then mostly death. if that's all right. So I've got to say, I'm so pleased to be here. It's great to be out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be out. I want to get down on my knees and kiss this stage. That's how happy I am. But I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to get back up again. Plus, you can't see it, but I'm looking at this floor, and there's no way my lips are going anywhere near that. Plus, Glenn, before he went off, dropped one. So from the knee down, it is disgusting here. Check this out. So. Right, so 64 today. Come on. And I'm not done. In 4 weeks' time, me and my wife Alison are going to be celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary. Not too loud, she's here. Don't encourage her. We don't agree on everything. I think I'm young at heart. She prefers idiot at heart. On a good day. On my 60th birthday, I did my first ever stand-up comedy gig. Smashed it, we had a great time, which is more than I can say for my 61st birthday. Because there's something really, really shit about realising you're celebrating the 40th anniversary of your 21st birthday party. That is pretty crap. Oscar Wilde tells us, he said, with age comes wisdom, but sometimes age comes alone. What Oscar Wilde doesn't tell you is that with age comes, why am I standing out here trying to open my front door electronically with this car key? With age comes, why am I trying to reopen this fridge door in order to heat the microwave meal that I just removed from said fridge? There's now a sign on the fridge that says microwave that way, ... #idiot. Now, we've established something, you don't have to be young to be an idiot, okay? That's just a basic premise. And with that in mind, are there any 21-year-olds? He said, not the answer, yes. The demographic is a bit different than a normal comedy night. Any 21-year-olds here? Yeah. Come on. Anybody born after 1996? Yeah. There's only one or two of the little shits. Which is brilliant because we can have a go at them behind their back, and I'm loving it already.
Yeah, we'll get me phone
So,
about it.
I actually love you guys. I love you guys. Hate not being your age anymore. Because I love being young. I was amazing at being young. And now, I'm just deeply seething with resentment at the fact that those little shits get all the cool labels. like Generation Z, post-millennials, zennials, twats, obviously. And what did we get? What did I get? Which is a bit ironic from the point of view of today's cancel culture. I got baby boomer.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know whether that deserved a laugh or some sympathy, and I think because of the demographic, I think it's just... Okay. Anybody born between 1981 and 1996?
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm going to say. Here's the tropical metaphor. Because, of course, you guys, Generation Y, millennials, the Love Island generation. Yeah? So you got the fake tan, the fake boobs, the fake relationships, the humiliating rejection. They're all glued to the television. Are they really having a shag under that duvet? I can't really tell in this light. But that's not what we really like. It's just watching those poor fake hearts being so superficially broken. It's terrible. And of course you got Love Island, and then you got our generation. And I'm looking around, I think there's a few familiar age groups here. We're the Desert Island Discs generation, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Radio 4. No. The Archers. No. Gardener's Question Time.
Very right.
Because us lot all want to be on Love Island. That lot, they've never bloody heard of Desert Island Discs, have they? So who hasn't heard of Gardener's Question Time? I was expecting a large amount of noise because I was expecting a younger demographic, all right? Because Gardener's Question Time is it's a big clue in the name, isn't there? Massive clue in the name, Gardener's Question Time. Going strong on Radio 4 since 1947. Yeah? And it's all in the syntax, Gardener's Question Time. You know what it is. Unlike, say, Gardener's Question Time, because that would be a different programme, wouldn't it? That would be gardeners having a lively debate about relativity and the futility of continued existence. It's not that Gardener's Question Time. And the reason I'm saying that is that a lot of these age labels feel like something out of Gardener's Question Time, because you've got your Gen X's, you got your Gen Yers, you got your Zennials, you got your hardy millennials, and of course, us magnificent baby bloomers. Haven't you? And if you were wondering how that might play out on the radio, it typically would go something like this.
Come back in about 20 minutes when I'm ready to be.
Sorry, mate.
Is that 20 minutes? Right, okay, fine. Okay, I'll be done by then. I'll be actually gin and tonic, please. So yeah, Gardener's Question. So we've had a tweet from Jeanette, and Jeanette she sent us a tweet from Ibiza. She's lying on the beach in Ibiza, and she said, I'm surrounded by gorgeous zennials, and I want to take one home with me. Is it safe? Help! Love, Jeanette, XXX. And the thing about Jeanette, the thing about zennials you need to watch out for is they do attract a lot of weed. They do, and as soon as the sun comes out, they're not worth tuppence, Jeanette, let me tell you that. And I would recommend that you give, now think carefully about this, that you give the baby bloomer a try, because even though they prefer alkaline soil, or amphetamine sulfate to you and me, they have been known to tolerate small quantities of acid. Now we've got time for one more. We've got one from Rachel. We've got one from Rachel who sent us a WhatsApp message. She says, Kieran, I want to give my hardy millennials a bit of a lift for the weekend. Will ketamine do the trick? Now you've got to be very careful with ketamine, as you know, Rachel. You've got to be very careful with the ketamine. A little sprinkle will perk them right up. But too much ketamine, and you've lost them for the weekend. They'll just have collapsed right into their beds. So, age groups. Is it still cool to say you're a massive Harry Potter fan?
Nah.
I've been a massive fan since childhood. I'm just pausing to let you work out the incongruity of that statement.
Normally that's on.
Yes, I mean, and is it still a thing? Is Harry Potter trivia still a thing? Yeah, I wasn't sure. I had to ask because Alison, my wife, she keeps saying she can't understand how a grown man can be so obsessive about a magical teenage boy. And so we took our niece to the Harry Potter play in London last year, just before lockdown. Anybody been? No. Fantastic. And here's the thing: just when you think things don't get much better than this, they do. She bets me a £5 she knows more Harry Potter trivia than I do. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, it was her birthday, did I take pity on her? And I'm not a monster. I just want you to know I'm not a monster. I bought her an ice cream with my winnings. And you don't have to look at me like that. She brought it on herself. Imagine not knowing Hermione Granger's favourite spell. Anyway, what was the last bit I was doing? Death. Okay, now we've all been thinking about age and mortality. We've all been thinking about age and mortality at a time like this. And Alison and I were in our local cafe, and I just started to daydream about my death, as you do. And I'm sitting there, and I just got to the bit about the cremation, and I'm loving the urn. I'm loving the urn because it looks just like the goblet of fire. And then I noticed out of the corner of my eye the waiter hovering, and Alison waving away saying, "It's all right, I'll hoover up his remains," which scared the shit out of me until I realised she was talking about my unfinished polenta cake. And then it kicked off because I said, "Hang on a minute." I told her about the urn, the goblet of fire, and she said, "No, you're having a gravestone because I've been thinking about your epitaph and I'm going to need a lot of space." And then it really kicked off, and I said, no. I'm not getting buried, I'm fucking claustrophobic. I'm going to go for the mausoleum with the goblet of fire urn on a plinth. And she said, and I'll never forget this, she said, "Claustrophobic? You're going to be packed into a fucking urn, mate." So we've negotiated, so the goblet of fire urn is a non-negotiable, but we're going to have the gravestone on the side of the mausoleum, and on that gravestone is going to be the following epitaph. It's going to say, "Grow up, Kieran. Oops, too late." Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.